Carlos Alcaraz has never hidden his emotions, and that may be exactly why millions of fans around the world feel connected to him. But what happens when one of the brightest stars in tennis is suddenly forced to step away from the sport he loves? What goes through the mind of a champion when the stadium lights fade, the cheering stops, and every day becomes another battle against injury? Today, we're taking you inside Carlos Alcaraz's inspiring road back from injury, the incredible support he received from fans across the world, and why this comeback means so much more than simply returning to the tennis court. Before we begin, let us know in the comments, do you believe Carlos Alcaraz will win another Grand Slam immediately after his return, or will he need more time? And if you enjoy stories about tennis legends, unforgettable comebacks, and the biggest moments in the sport, make sure to subscribe because we've got many more on the way. For Carlos Alcaraz, tennis has always been more than winning trophies. From the small courts of Murcia to lifting Grand Slam titles, his journey has been built on relentless work, fearless confidence, and a smile that rarely disappears. His explosive style of play, unbelievable speed, and willingness to chase every single ball have made him one of the most exciting players of his generation. But that same intensity also demands an enormous physical price. Every sprint, every slide, every powerful forehand places incredible stress on the body. Injuries are unfortunately part of every professional athlete's career, and sooner or later, even the biggest stars must face them. When Alcaraz suffered a wrist injury during the Barcelona Open, everything changed. Medical examinations showed the injury was more serious than initially expected, forcing him to withdraw and begin rehabilitation instead of continuing his season. Alcaraz admitted it was painful to step away, but explained that he needed to listen to his body and focus on protecting his long-term future, ATP Tour. For a player who lives for competition, watching tournaments from home was emotionally difficult. Instead of preparing for matches, he was preparing for recovery sessions. Instead of hearing thousands of fans cheering inside packed stadiums, he spent countless hours working quietly with doctors, physiotherapists, and his coaching team. Yet something remarkable happened during this difficult period. Fans never stopped believing in him. Across social media, thousands of messages appeared every day wishing him strength, patience, and a full recovery. His Instagram updates showing light training sessions quickly filled with encouraging comments from supporters eager to see him back on court. Daily Jang. But perhaps the most emotional part of this story wasn't simply the support from ordinary fans. Some of the biggest names in tennis also stood behind him. Rafael Nadal, a player who knows exactly what it feels like to battle injuries throughout an extraordinary career, publicly encouraged Alcaraz to stay patient. Nadal reminded everyone that recovery comes first and emphasized that making smart decisions today could protect an entire career tomorrow. ATP Tour. Even world number one Jannik Sinner acknowledged how important Alcaraz is to professional tennis, saying the sport is simply better when Carlos is healthy and competing. Those words reflected something many fans already believed. Rivalries make sports unforgettable, but respect between champions makes them even greater. ATP Tour. Throughout his rehabilitation, Alcaraz continued sharing small glimpses of progress. One practice session turned into two. Gentle hitting became more intense training. Every update created excitement because every forehand, every backhand, and every smile suggested that the comeback was getting closer. The videos didn't show a finished product. They showed determination. They showed patience. They showed an athlete refusing to rush the process despite enormous pressure from fans and media hoping for a quick return. India today. But here's an important question. Why were so many people emotionally invested in his recovery? The answer goes beyond trophies. Carlos Alcaraz represents a generation of fearless tennis. His matches are filled with impossible winners, spectacular drop shots, and relentless energy that reminds many fans of the excitement they felt watching the greatest champions of previous eras. Whether you support him or not, his presence makes every tournament more entertaining. That explains why every training video, every recovery update, and every positive medical report generated headlines around the world. Eventually, the news everyone had been waiting for finally arrived. Alcaraz resumed full training and began preparing for his return to competition. Tournament organizers confirmed his expected comeback at the Cincinnati Open, where he planned to return after months away from professional tennis. The decision followed careful rehabilitation rather than rushing back too early, demonstrating how seriously his team approached protecting his future. Reuters. His return isn't simply about defending ranking points or winning another title. It's about proving once again that setbacks don't define champions. Their response does. Every great athlete faces adversity. Roger Federer battled injuries. Rafael Nadal fought through countless physical problems. Novak Djokovic has overcome difficult moments throughout his career. Now Carlos Alcaraz is writing his own comeback chapter. And perhaps that's why fans continue supporting him so passionately. They see not only an incredible tennis player, but also a young athlete learning resilience under the brightest spotlight imaginable. Imagine stepping back onto a professional tennis court after months away. Every movement is analyzed, every shot is questioned. Millions expect instant perfection. Yet deep inside, the only goal is trusting your own body again. That's the hidden battle very few people ever see. It's not just about winning matches, it's about believing once more that your body will respond exactly the way your mind wants it to. That's why every successful comeback carries emotional weight beyond the scoreboard. As Alcaraz prepares to compete again, expectations remain incredibly high. Fans hope to witness the explosive movement, fearless shot-making, and joyful personality that made him one of tennis's biggest stars. But perhaps the greatest victory has already happened. He remained patient. He trusted his medical team. He refused to risk his long-term career for short-term success. Those decisions may ultimately become just as important as any trophy he lifts in the future. And maybe that's the biggest lesson from this entire journey. Champions aren't measured only by how many matches they win. They're measured by how they respond when life forces them to stop competing. Carlos Alcaraz chose patience over panic, recovery over risk, and hope over frustration. That mindset has inspired countless fans who followed every update, celebrated every training session, and continue waiting for the moment he walks back onto the biggest stages in tennis. The applause he'll hear won't simply celebrate another player returning from injury. It will celebrate determination, resilience, and the belief that even after the hardest setbacks, great champions always find a way back. So now the question belongs to you. Can Carlos Alcaraz return to his very best and capture another Grand Slam title in the near future? Share your prediction in the comments below. If you enjoyed this story and want more powerful tennis documentaries, inspiring comeback stories, player reactions, and the biggest moments from the world of tennis, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications because the next incredible story is already on its way.